Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Uh, Today, we will try to see one of irrigation application method, which will be pressurized irrigation method. Uh, when we say pressurized irrigation method, is somewhat different from surface irrigation application method, because in this method we use a pressure or a pumping unit is there to deliver or to apply the water from the source to the field, from the source to the field. So the common pressurized irrigation method is either sprinkler or drip irrigation or trickle irrigation. So let's see the two methods of pressurized irrigation method one by one. So for now, let's start from sprinkler irrigation. Sprinkler irrigation is a method of applying irrigation water which is similar to natural rainfall. That means water is distributed through a system of pipes, usually by pumping and then sprayed into the air through sprinklers so that it breaks up into small water drops which fall to the ground. In sprinkler system layout, there are some components. The main components in sprinkler irrigation is, firstly, there have to be water sources. Then there will be pumping units. The third will be main line or some main lines, laterals, and sprinkler are the main component of sprinkler irrigation method. Okay, the pump unit is usually a centrifugal pump which takes water from the source and provides adequate pressure to deliver into the pipe system. So, as you see from this figure, the main component of sprinkler irrigation here from this, we have a source of water, and we have a pump unit. On a pump unit, there will be a delivery pipe and pass valve is there. Pass valve is there. Then screening filter is there to screen or filter the wastes, dusts, some materials which will be entered from water source into the pipe. Then pressure gauge is there. The water enter into the pipe, pressure should know, because we use a pipe system, so it may cause the breakage of our pipe. Then we have main lines. Then we have sub main lines, and we have a laterals. Then we have sprinklers. So in these irrigation techniques, the water which taken or uplifted from the source by using a pump will be enter into the main lines, then enter into the sub-main lines. From sub-main lines, after enter into the laterals, through sprinkler, it will be sprayed to the sky, and it will be dropped down to the crop in the form of natural rainfall. So these are some figure of sprinkler irrigation method. Okay, the main line and the sub-main lines of sprinkler irrigation are pipes which deliver water from the pump to the laterals. In some cases, these pipelines are permanent and are laid on the soil surface or brood below ground. In other cases, they are temporary and can be moved from field to field. The main pipe materials used include asbestos cement, plastic or aluminum alloy. The lateral derival water from the main lines or sub-main lines to the sprinkler. Then the sprinkler will be spray the water to the hair or the crop. Permanent, but more often they are portable and made of aluminum alloy or plastic so that they can be moved easily. Moved easily. A common problem with sprinkler irrigation is the larger labor force needed to move the pipes and sprinkler around the field if it is movable. To overcome this problem, many mobile systems have been developed, such as the hose relay gun and the center pivot. This is a center pivot type of sprinkler irrigation. Automatically, it moves on the fields and it can reduce the requirement of large labor forces which are required to move the pipes and the sprinkler around the field. Okay, let's see weeding pattern in sprinkler irrigation. The weeding pattern from a single rotary sprinkler is not very uniform. Normally, the area weeded is circular. For good uniformity, several sprinklers must be operated close together so that their patterns overlap. For good uniformity, the overlap should be at least 65% of the weighted diameter, which this determines the maximum spacing between sprinklers. So the main problem what we have to mitigate during water application by using sprinkler is we have to follow the overlapping and uh, no free space which cannot be irrigated or weeded. So the weighted diameter of sprinkler have to be get high attention. The uniformity of sprinkler application is affected by either wind or water pressure. One of the two factors can influence its uniformity. So to reduce the effect of wind, the sprinkler can be positioned more closer together. So this is some important basic points what we have to discuss on sprinkler irrigation. For more, I advise you to read other lecture notes and other irrigation books and other reading material which will support you more than this lecture video. Let's come to drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is sometimes called trickle irrigation, and this involves dripping water onto the soil at very low rates from a system of small diameter plastic pipes fitted with outlets called emitters or drippers. So when you say drip irrigation, it's like it's dosing of water into the crop root zone. Crop root zone. This type of irrigation method used where there is water scarcity, as well as there is no losses of water in this irrigation method because the water is directly added to the crop root zone. Unlike surface and sprinkler irrigation, water is applied close to plants so that only part of the soil in which the roots grow is wetted. So, as you see from this figure, figure 1 meter, one or more than 1 meters will be installed to one plant root, then the water will be added to the crop root zone. Okay, in drip system layout, typically, drip irrigation system consists out of the following components, similar to that of sprinkler irrigation. First one is pump unit, then the second one will be control heads. The third components will be main and sub-main lines, laterals, and emitters or drippers are the main components. Okay, so from this figure, can identify all the components. There is a water source. From water source, water will be uplifted with a pump unit, or after pump unit, there will be a gate valves, and we have a nutrient tanks. This nutrient tank is also directly installed to the pump pipe units of drip irrigation, and all the necessary nutrients, fertilizers, and other chemicals is added into these nutrient tanks. Then it will be mixed with water and applied to the root of the crop. And we have also a filter unit. Filter is there. Then pressure control valves are there. Then this is main lines. From main lines, there will be a gate valve. From main lines, the water will be enter into sub-main lines. From sub-main lines, it will be enter into laterals. Then water will be directly emitted to the crop roots through emitters or dripper. Emitter or dripper. So these are the common type of pressurized irrigation method. So you can see from this figure. While we come to the wetting pattern, unlike surface and sprinkler irrigation, drip irrigation only wets part of the soil root zone. The wetting patterns which develop from dripping water onto the soil depend on discharge and soil type. Drip irrigation is not a substitute for other proven method of irrigation. It is just another way of applying water. It is best suited to areas where water quality is marginal and where the land is steep sloping or undulating, or where there is poor quality, and on the land which water or labor are expensive, and where high value crop requires frequent water application. So by considering these factors, you have to consider these two methods. So as a general, to summarize these areas, while we select the proper water application methods, we have to consider uh, our local conditions. So every irrigation application method have their own advantage and disadvantages. So based on the environmental conditions, we have to select the proper application things. Thank you for today. See you on my next lecture video.